Welcome back to ABCGH Spoilers channel. Today we will learn about the intriguing dynamics between Carly Spencer and WSB chief Jack Brennan, and how their relationship might face serious challenges in the coming episodes. When Joss returns seeming like a different person, Jack will likely struggle to manage Carly's maternal concerns. His tendency to dismiss her worries about her daughter could create significant tension between them, especially considering his secret agenda of grooming Jocelyn Joss Jacks to become an elite WSB agent. This dismissive attitude might become a breaking point in their relationship, as Carly's maternal instincts clash with Jack's professional objectives. If Jack's ultimate motivation is to use Carly as an asset in his long-term strategic plans, he'll need to ensure she doesn't become collateral damage in the dangerous world he inhabits. This protective instinct, however, may stem more from pragmatic necessity than genuine affection. The question remains whether he truly cares for her or simply values her utility in his covert operations. His actions suggest a complex mixture of personal and professional interests that will continue to blur as their relationship develops. The champagne incident, while not likely to end their relationship, will certainly prompt Jack to re-evaluate his security protocols. He recognizes the vulnerabilities that Carly's presence creates in his carefully constructed defense systems. This realization might lead to enhanced protection measures around Carly, potentially restricting her freedom in ways she hasn't anticipated. Jack's determination to eliminate security weaknesses demonstrates both his professional thoroughness and his unwillingness to lose Carly, though his true motivations remain ambiguous. The couple faces an inevitable serious discussion about the sacrifices required to maintain their relationship. Carly must decide if she's willing to accept the constant threat of danger and the lifestyle limitations that come with dating someone in Jack's position. Meanwhile, Jack must determine whether his interest in Carly justifies the security risks her presence creates. This conversation could fundamentally reshape their relationship, forcing both to confront uncomfortable truths about their priorities and commitments. Carly's adjustment to Jack's high-risk lifestyle presents another significant challenge. Unlike Jack, who views the world through a lens of constant suspicion, Carly approaches life with comparative openness. This fundamental difference in perspective could create ongoing friction as she struggles to adopt the vigilance necessary for survival in Jack's world. Her ability or inability to adapt to these new realities will likely determine whether their relationship can endure. The possibility of Carly requiring constant security protection raises questions about her independence. Will she accept living under such restrictions? Jack may find himself torn between protecting her through intensive security measures and respecting her autonomy. This dilemma could force him to consider whether sidelining his interest in her might ultimately be the safest option for both of them, despite his reluctance to let her go. Jack's exceptional instincts for danger were dramatically demonstrated when he swatted away the suspicious champagne. His ability to identify threats instantaneously speaks to his years of training and experience in the intelligence community. This incident serves as a stark reminder of the constant vigilance required in his profession and the dangers that now extend to those in his personal circle, including Carly. The origin of the champagne threat remains a mystery, though Valentin emerges as a prime suspect. Jack's awareness of his numerous enemies, many of whom he has deliberately provoked, suggests he may eventually trace this attempted sabotage back to Valentin. This investigation could unveil deeper conspiracies and create new dangers for both Jack and Carly as they navigate the treacherous waters of Port Charles's power players. General Hospital spoilers highlight Jack Brennan's exceptional perceptiveness. His ability to detect red flags from considerable distances contrasts sharply with Carly Spencer's more casual approach to their developing relationship. Jack's strategic manipulation in making Carly return to him demonstrates his psychological acumen and raises questions about the power dynamics underpinning their connection. His calculated approach to relationships suggests he rarely acts without multiple layers of intention, making his genuine feelings for Carly difficult to discern. The week ahead promises intense developments as the champagne incident catalyzes a series of revelations and adjustments. Jack's alarm at Carly's willingness to accept the drink indicates his understanding of the constant threats surrounding him. This moment serves as a crucial wake-up call for Carly, forcing her to confront the reality that association with Jack fundamentally changes her security situation. The incident marks a turning point in their relationship, transitioning from casual romance to something far more complicated by the realities of Jack's dangerous profession. Next, we will learn about the exciting developments surrounding Natalia's family dynamics and the mysterious connections that are about to shake Port Charles to its core. Fans of General Hospital should prepare themselves for some dramatic revelations as the storylines involving Natalia, her children, and the enigmatic Jen Sidwell continue to unfold. The soap opera is setting up what appears to be a family reunion filled with tension, secrets, and possibly reconciliation. Blaze's potential return to Port Charles. The recent Instagram photo shared by Eva LaRue has sparked speculation about Jacqueline Grace Lopez's return to the show. Blaze hasn't been seen in Port Charles since August 2024 when she departed to tour with Miguel Morez. Her absence has left many storylines hanging, particularly her strained relationship with her mother Natalia. The inclusion of Lopez in the photo alongside LaRue and Adrian Anchondo suggests that producers may be planning Blaze's comeback. It seems unlikely that the production would bring Lopez in just for a promotional photo, indicating that her return might be imminent, even if for a limited engagement. This potential return could dramatically shift several ongoing storylines and create new dynamics among the characters. Fans have been missing Blaze's character and her musical storylines, so her return would certainly energize the show. The question remains, what circumstances would bring her back to Port Charles when she deliberately left to pursue her music career? Marco's true identity revealed. Thursday, March 13, TH's episode introduced viewers to Marco, a character who immediately connected with Lucas Jones in a romantic encounter. However, Eva LaRue's Instagram post has inadvertently revealed what appears to be a major plot twist. Marco is likely Eloy Ramirez, Natalia's son and Blaze's brother, who has been mentioned previously but never seen on screen. Adrian Anchondo's character seems poised to become a significant addition to the Port Charles landscape. The fact that Anchondo and Lopez now follow each other on Instagram further strengthens the connection between their characters as siblings. This revelation adds layers to Marco's introduction and suggests his romantic entanglement with Lucas may be complicated by his family ties. Even more intriguing is the possibility that Eloy/Marco might be Jen Sidwell's son, which would add another dimension to the already complex family dynamics. If true, this would create immediate tension between Marco and the residents of Port Charles who have had confrontations with Sidwell. Natalia's mysterious past with Sidwell. At the center of this unfolding drama is Natalia, whose mysterious connection to criminal Jen Sidwell has been gradually coming to light. We now know that Natalia is Sidwell's ex-wife, a fact that remains hidden from the residents of Port Charles. The details surrounding their relationship and subsequent separation have been kept deliberately vague, creating an air of mystery and anticipation. Eva LaRue's character finds herself in an increasingly complicated position as her past threatens to collide with her present. The arrival of both her children in Port Charles would inevitably bring questions about their father and Natalia's previous life. This convergence of past and present could force Natalia to confront aspects of her history she's tried to leave behind. The strained relationships between Natalia and her children add another layer of emotional complexity to the unfolding drama. Both Blaze and Eloy have had difficult relationships with their mother, suggesting there are deep-seated issues that have yet to be resolved. Their simultaneous presence in Port Charles could either heal these wounds or exacerbate them further. Family dynamics and unresolved tensions. The potential reunion of Natalia with both her children presents a rich opportunity for exploring family dynamics and healing old wounds. Given that both Blaze and Eloy have strained relationships with their mother, their return to Port Charles suggests that something significant must be drawing them back despite these tensions. Could it be concern for their mother's safety as her connection to Sidwell becomes more widely known? Or perhaps there's a family emergency that necessitates putting aside past grievances? The show has carefully laid the groundwork for an emotionally charged reunion that could go in multiple directions. The introduction of Sidwell as potentially their father adds another dimension to these family tensions. If Marco/Aloy is indeed Sidwell's son, his reaction to learning about his father's criminal activities and current situation would create compelling drama. Similarly, Blaze's response to these revelations could significantly impact her character development. What lies ahead for Port Charles? As these storylines continue to develop, General Hospital fans can expect plenty of twists and turns involving Natalia, her children, and Sidwell. The show's writers have created a complex web of relationships and secrets that promises to deliver emotional confrontations, surprising alliances, and possibly even redemption for some characters. The small town of Port Charles has always been a place where the past never stays buried for long. As Natalia's history with Sidwell comes to light and her children return to town, the repercussions will likely be felt throughout the community. Established characters will be forced to reassess their relationships with Natalia as they learn more about her past. With these exciting developments on the horizon, General Hospital continues its tradition of compelling storytelling that balances personal drama with larger, more suspenseful plotlines. Viewers will need to stay tuned to see exactly how these relationships evolve and what new secrets might be revealed in the process. The coming episodes promise to be particularly engaging as the show explores the complexities of family relationships, the impact of secrets, and the possibility of reconciliation even in the most difficult circumstances. For longtime fans and newcomers alike, the unfolding drama surrounding Natalia, Aloy, Blaze, and Sidwell offers a perfect example of what makes General Hospital one of the most enduring soap operas on television. Next, we will learn about the issue that's brewing in Port Charles as two unlikely allies join forces against a common target. The drama unfolding between some of our favorite characters has reached new heights, and we're here to break down all the juicy details for you. The unlikely alliance that could change everything. Nina Reeves and Carly Spencer, two women who have historically been at odds, appear to be forming an unexpected partnership that has shocked fans across the board. Their mutual target? None other than Drew Quartermaine, who has recently been growing closer to Willow Corinthos. This development has set the stage for what could be one of the most manipulative schemes Port Charles has seen in years. The motivation behind this unholy alliance stems from both women's complex relationships with Willow. Nina, desperate to maintain her tenuous connection with her daughter, views Drew's increasing presence in Willow's life as a direct threat to the bond she's trying to nurture. Meanwhile, Carly, with her own complicated history and web of relationships, seems equally determined to ensure Drew doesn't become too influential in Willow's world. Drew has no idea what's coming his way, a source close to the production revealed. The writers have crafted a storyline where these two powerful women, despite their own bitter history, find common ground in their desire to protect their relationships with Willow. Desperate measures and dangerous games. What makes this storyline particularly compelling is the lengths to which Nina and Carly might go. Industry insiders suggest that the pair could resort to breaking into Drew's residence to search for compromising information. Picture this, two of Port Charles's most prominent women, sneaking around in the dead of night, rifling through drawers and checking computer files, all while justifying their actions as necessary protection for Willow. The psychological complexity of this situation cannot be overstated. Both women have convinced themselves they're acting in Willow's best interest, creating a perfect storm of self-deception and moral compromise. This rationalization allows them to cross lines they might otherwise respect, all while maintaining their self-image as protective figures in Willow's life. Drew, meanwhile, remains oblivious to the storm gathering on his horizon. Having already weathered significant challenges recently, he's particularly vulnerable to this kind of coordinated attack. His trust in both women, especially Carly, given their history, makes the potential betrayal all the more devastating. The fabrication of evidence. Perhaps the most shocking element of this developing storyline is the possibility that Nina and Carly might not just look for existing evidence against Drew, they might create it. When their search inevitably comes up empty, as Drew appears to be genuinely committed to Willow, the temptation to fabricate proof of wrongdoing could prove irresistible. The rumored plan involves planting evidence suggesting Drew has been unfaithful to Willow. This could take various forms: doctored photographs showing Drew in compromising situations, fabricated text messages from an imaginary lover, or perhaps personal items strategically placed to suggest another woman has been in his private spaces. The writers are exploring the theme of how good intentions can lead to terrible actions, an anonymous writer for the show explained. Both women believe they're protecting Willow, but they're actually betraying her trust in the most fundamental way by manipulating her perception of reality. The psychological fallout. If their scheme succeeds, the emotional damage could be extensive. Willow's trust in Drew would be shattered, potentially driving her closer to both Nina and Carly exactly as they intended. However, the psychological cost of such manipulation rarely affects only the target. Guilt is a powerful force, and it's entirely possible that either Nina or Carly might find themselves overwhelmed by remorse before their plan fully unfolds. This internal conflict could create fascinating character development, especially if one woman wants to come clean while the other insists on maintaining the deception. The writers appear to be setting up a classic moral dilemma. Once you start down a path of deception, how far are you willing to go? And at what point does protecting someone become controlling them? Consequences and confrontations. The most explosive aspect of this storyline will likely be the inevitable moment of discovery. Drew Quartermain is not a man to be trifled with, and his reaction upon learning of this betrayal promises to be nothing short of spectacular. The fallout could reshape alliances throughout Port Charles, with ripple effects touching numerous other characters. Willow's response will be equally crucial. Will she forgive the manipulation if she discovers it? Or will this deception create permanent fissures in her relationships with both women? The potential for dramatic confrontations is enormous, with years of complex history between these characters informing their reactions. Industry insiders suggest that this storyline might even lead to a more permanent alliance between Nina and Carly, two characters who have more in common than they'd like to admit. Their shared guilt could bind them together in unexpected ways, creating a new dynamic that could influence storylines for seasons to come. As this drama unfolds in the coming weeks, viewers can expect emotional performances from all involved, particularly as the moral complexities of the situation become increasingly apparent. The writers have crafted a storyline that explores the darker side of protection and the dangerous territory that opens up when we convince ourselves that the ends justify the means. Stay tuned to ABCGH Spoilers for more updates as this explosive storyline develops.